Alright, we've actually skipped all the way across the industrial district just to show off this next build. One of the big, more prominent features of Central City is the Central Lake. That's something I wouldn't do again if I couldn't help it, because it's such a big, basically waste of space. But as you come outside the city on either direction, there is basically a channel that runs all the way through with a small creek on one side and a river on the other. And I felt like we needed a dam. So I built one. And once again, I built this before we had access to creative mode and world edit, which meant I drowned a few times while building the parts under the water. And I did actually base the design on two different types of dams. And there is actually interiors that you can go into, though there's not a lot going on down there. Basically, you can go in and kind of see where all the different pipes go through, and some of the core, I actually did give it an obsidian core. Don't want the dam breaking and flooding the city or anything like that. I really like some of the details I put on the front face, though, since I have the extra support columns and
yeah, it looks
some
really
of the
good.
grooves that I cut into the walls.
Of course, now if you did it, you could have redstone stuff, circuitry, so that you pull a lever and you get like a flow of water coming out of the dam or something.
To which one is this? Main Street. Trying to remember if Main Street. Yeah, Main Street's where I relocated the memorial. So we'll go over here and take a look at the memorial briefly. Still not much of anything to it, but I did actually go through and totally rebuild it. I didn't just move it.
Also, it's not in the way.
Yeah. For those who gave all to protect the people. It's a little bit simpler design too. I actually went through and played around with just coming up with something that looked kind of artsy. Made it more of a memorial. But not a lot to see over here. The next thing, mostly I was leaving this open for houses and schools and maybe an apartment complex or two, that sort of thing, parkland, which was all meant to be built after everyone started playing the game legitimately. Because obviously we don't want to build everything. We want to leave room for people to come in and build what they want. This right here is the second version of the depot, and I do know that I have a screenshot of the original, so I'll be able to show that. This is the newer version, and I'll be making another in the Minecraft Awesome server, so there actually is going to be a chain of these across multiple maps.
That's pretty great.
The Depot World Improvement Warehouse. Fly around to the garden center and the loading docks. Still not lit well enough. There should have been a bunch of torches placed on the grounds out here. The villagers like the depot. Got our checkout point over here, and of course the exit. Payment. Get out of the way. Payment at the depot is on a barter system. If you buy an item, leave an equal value. Make sure you use the correct chest for your deposit or payment. Feel free to serve as a supplier and help stock us. So yeah, I use this like a community chest, basically. I put up a number of chests for different items, and then players can go through and kind of take out whatever they need, as long as they're putting other stuff back. Putting something else in. Got chests. We've got various types of stove here. We've got workbenches, pistons of a couple of different types, a demonstration for piston and music, and redstone. Nothing fancy. A little demo. The stock room over here just what it said. It opens up onto the loading dock outside. There's more villagers in here. Good grief. The garden center is here at the back, and that villager just decided to trade with me. There we go. Got various items for planting. Saplings, seeds, sugarcane. All your world improvement needs. Run past all the carpeting here. A few other things. Some ores, gold and iron, and probably diamond in there somewhere. Come to the back, you'll find the loading docks and the shipping docks. And of course, this is one of my bridges again. This one was one of the last ones I made. It may be the last one. Yeah, this bridge needs more lighting underneath, but you can see just how detailed I made some of this. The support columns even have extra design elements. And there's a spider crawling on it. Eventually, once I was playing more legitimately, I would have used the industrial district to build my own warehouse and my own workshop and that sort of thing. I have one in every industrial district. So yeah, I have a warehouse and a mine and a workshop in the Minecraft Awesome server in that city's district. Take us back into the industrial district so we can look at the central castle. Start by looking at this tunnel right here, which no longer serves a purpose. Thanks again to the Day After Tomorrow effect. Froze it up. This used to be a drainage tunnel that actually concealed something far more useful. But it flooded or froze over, and so now you can only go so far as the edge of the water. Travel down here, you'll come to the Central Castle docks. The hidden docking station, basically. And yeah, there's a lot of boats available in here. Yeah. That took me a while.
Yeah, I bet.
So did carving this out. You know, with like World Edit, you can do a lot of things, but again, most of this was built before I had World Edit at my disposal. So I manually dug all this out and then flooded it. World Edit just made it easier for me to level the water off. And then of course you have this means of getting into the base. We're not going to go down there right now though. Plus I actually, in order for it to work for a while now, I would actually have to build a ridge right here so that you were on a slope when you took off. So that doesn't even work like it's supposed to anymore.
Huh. I remember you
Flew
mentioning
up too high. I want to get out and turn around and take a look at this. It's the Central City Castle. And this is one of the things I would have done differently, or I will do differently whenever I build again. The castle is too far over, it's too close to the city's walls. It really needs to be more in the city. The way that I built it, you can't really view it from a distance unless you can fly like we're doing now. So you don't really get to appreciate the size of it. I think we'll look at the control tower briefly. I don't really want to go in too much. But there is actually a means to climb up to the top of the tower. And there is a control room inside.
the lever that does something.
And then this is an access from the roof so that you could go over and work on our radio broadcast antenna, what have you. We'll touch down inside the courtyard. We did have a place for guards and for people to rest. There's actually a little hidden spot over here where people could come up and sleep if they needed to, out of the rain. This is the city regulator. This is where you're supposed to inquire about purchasing a piece of land in the city. Fairly simple, meant to look nice. Put some detail into the build just for the sake of appearances. There is a nice little overlook here.
You can see coming from the earlier stuff in the video, the massive difference in quality.
Yeah. Let's run upstairs right quick so we can look at the barracks. Get out of the way, villagers. Go up here. Get out of the way, villagers. We have a little bit of a workout room. Bench. Heavy bag. It's not suspended from the ceiling because I don't want to rip out my lights. Across the way is a guard's barracks. And this is where you find the access for the control tower. And of course, a pool for both bathing and underwater training. Inside...
I would not want to sleepwalk in that barracks.
No. You might get a surprise. We'll go down to the next level. There is a couple of rooms in the castle. Or in the keep. Get out of the way! Good grief. Nice big bed. 3 wide. This should be, I think, the lower level, yeah. So this is the lowest level of our keep.
There's nothing else
and
here.
This
is the last bit.
This is the handy part. There we go. Hurry, so I can close it before the villagers get here. Ah, one got past. When I did my pre-tour, one of them got caught in the door and got squished. I enjoyed that. So welcome to BWL Command.
You are listening to free music by Dano. Download free MP3s at danosongs.com.